Okay, looks like we already have a good attendance, so maybe we could start and everyone else can join in the process. Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to our roundtable discussion, AI video analytics made easy through joint efforts of Intel, SEAGATE and AXXONSOFT. Today, we are having great speakers with us, and we are hoping that information that we're going to share with you today is going to be not only interesting, but super useful to you. So we'll start with the introductions. My name is Kate. I'm part of marketing department of AXXONSOFT, and I'll be your host today. And let's proceed to the introductions of our speakers. Mike, here's to you.
Thank you, Kate. Hi, everyone. It is great to have a chance to present here our company and our solutions in a row of such big names as Intel and Seagate. A few words about our company, AXXONSOFT. We are a global software development company that offers video management software, physical security information management platform, cloud solution, and in-house designed customizable AI video analytics. AXXONSOFT software provides best-in-class integration and customization capacity for building intelligent video surveillance and integrated security systems of any scales and various industries.
Thank you, Mike. Joyce, welcome to the stage.
Hi, thanks, Kate. Good morning and good day, everybody. My name is Joyce. I'm the APAC sales lead for video and imaging analytics segment in Seagate Technology. So in the recent IDC report, video data is forecasted to grow at 18.6% CAGR to 2025, driven by the expanding use of video surveillance, analytics, and longer video retention times. So these are supported by adoption of deep learning powered video analytics and proliferation of AI chipsets in the market. So it's exciting for us to be part of this panel. Seagate is a world leader in mass data infrastructure solutions, and Seagate provides a full storage portfolio of video and analytics solutions tested and built for security and surveillance. So our portfolio of Skyhawk, Exos, Nitro drives, even our Exos enterprise storage systems, and our live products and services, our surveillance optimized portfolio creates a reliable foundation that is affordable, flexible, and scalable and secure for partners like you guys. Today is really a great pleasure to be in this panel of technology partners, AXXONSOFT and Intel. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. David, here's to you.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. My name is David Pan, and I obviously, I work for Intel. I head up the APJ scale aspect of helping our ODM customers, OEM customers, and partners, SIs, ISVs with the adoption of AI and video for the solutions that they're building. It's a pleasure to be here because I'll have a chance to talk about how AXXONSOFT and also working with some of our partners who are deploying technologies for video at a level helping with smart cities and transportation, and certainly looking forward to meet everybody physically sometime soon in the future. And thank you for joining this webinar today. Back to you, Pete.
Thank you, David. So thanks again for joining our event. Just a few rules before we start. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask those in the Q&A box, and we'll make sure to cover all the questions as we go during the discussion today. If not, we'll be following up in the emails directly to everyone. So no further ado, let's start with the discussion, and maybe we could start with a few basics. So Mike, here's the first question to you. What are the types of modern video analytics? Mike, I think you're mute.
Oh, sorry. As we all know, video analytics is a technology that processes digital video signal using a special algorithm, performs security-related tasks. In general, modern video analytics can be divided into two major types based on the classical approach, algorithmic, and the AI approach. What do they refer to? Let's say we want to recognize if there are certain objects in the shown images. The classical approach is descriptive analysis that involves defining a comprehensible mathematical model which describes an object of interest. In that case, the researcher uses his experience to try and figure out how to distinguish the image of a certain object from other things in the image. But it is not guaranteed that the task can be solved at all. But if the researcher does find a way, he will form an algorithm that identifies the distinguishing features of object in a way the researcher understands. Today, the industry is continuing to surge forward into a new era of AI-based analytics. Thanks to improvements in device capabilities, including computer power, memory capacity, power consumption, image sensor resolution, and optics, this technology achieves greater accuracy than any previous generation analytics. Using machine learning and deep neural networking algorithms with the video allows to analyze the scenes to detect specific objects. In the AI approach, the task of identifying distinguishing features is done by the computer, and the computer creates an algorithm for finding them in any given image. The process is called training, and in essence, it goes as the following. A neural network is provided by with many images of all sorts of objects in various environments, including some images that do not contain the object of interest at all. It is sets of inputs for which the desired outputs are known. The neural network then changes and adapts through the process of training, and as a result, we get an algorithm in the form of neural network, which determines whether they are an object of interest in the presented image.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And maybe to follow up and to describe these a little bit more, what are the pros and cons of the both approaches?
Right. The main advantage of classical approach is that the conditions of the algorithm capacity are clear. Since the developer personally chooses the features of differentiation, he clearly understands under which condition the algorithm can be used. For example, what are the minimum size, contrast, shape, lighting are needed for an object to be recognized. The neural network selects the features by itself, and we cannot influence it. It operates on its own, and it is just what we want it to do. But at the same time, we cannot guarantee that the neural network will work well in every situation. For instance, under different lighting condition. And the only way to find it out is just testing. Meanwhile, the classical approach, you may not, with the classical approach, you may not the solution, as I mentioned earlier, at all. The task may turn out too difficult, or the researcher may be inexperienced to solve it, and the effort will be wasted. Developing of such models is uncertain because there is always risk of unmodeled variables that scientists or engineers do not consider due to ignorance or misunderstanding some complex, hidden, or non-intuitive moments of the problem. Other downside of neural networks include requiring a lot of examples, a big set of training images in comparison to human. Human can be shown just a few images of object to recognize it, while the neural network needs at least thousands and prefers even 10 of thousands. Besides, neural network algorithms are more resource intensive than classical ones. Moreover, the traditional computer vision techniques can solve some problems much more efficiently and in just a few lines of code than deep learning. It should be noted that at AXXONSOFT, we do not renounce using classical approach, and we use it where it is expedient to. Just recently, for example, we've solved the task of detection of floating objects at the gate of water reservoir and classifying it into green plants and dead wood branches and logs using classical computer vision. Summing up, the AI approach helps to solve some difficult problems with the required level of accuracy, including the tasks that are very difficult or even impossible to handle using the classical approach. Nevertheless, we consider applying both approaches in different cases, or a combined approach as the most efficient way, because each approach has its pros and cons, and the areas of application it fits best. For instance, if you want to detect and track any moving objects, the classical algorithm works well. But if you want to detect some specific object only, for example, specific vehicles, let's say trucks or only buses on the street, then AI analytics suits best.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And to go on, the first question to Intel for today: what are the unique competitive advantages offered by Intel technology and products for integration of video analytics into VMS?
Kate and the audience, while the current deployment of VMS, video management server, has been widely dominated by Intel processors already, the further integration of video analytics through the newly developed Intel technology provides tremendous benefits for a wide range of video applications, such as smart cities and transportation. And I'll talk about that a little bit later today. The key technology here that we've been using is the Intel iGPU, integrated GPU with OpenVINO technology, which provides scalable software solutions for video AI from devices to edge servers, write once and deploy anywhere. In addition to the general purpose computing and video management needs, further video processing can be performed through one VPL without any need of adding another DGPU or DSP card. On the server side, the Intel Xeon processor, which is already existing in VMS as the original central management server, can do all those additional jobs with Intel OpenVINO and one VPL technology. And I'm sure you might have heard recently, we have also launched discrete GPU ARC and Flex series fully integrated with OpenVINO 2022.2 release. ARC series, codenamed BG2, enhances PC GPU applications, whereas Flex series, codenamed Arctic Sound, enhances data center GPU applications.
Thank you, David. So first question, with the increase of AI applications, what's the role of data in the market, and has it changed?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting question, right? I mean, as Mike mentioned earlier, with AI, machine learning, there's a lot of training of data sets. So for AI machine learning, it has to have more data to be effective. So the more data you use to train the AI algorithm, the more accurate it will be. So metadata generated from AI will be used to provide insights. So hence storage requirements will continue to grow with the adoption of these technologies. So when we talk about AI machine learning, many will associate with compute processing and often very much related to GPU and the AI frameworks. So that's true, but we're also seeing that the growth of AI adoption, metadata generated from training used for inferencing will continue to increase. So secondly, the adoption of these technologies has also changed the way data workloads and workflow. So the traditional workload is usually sequential due to pure recording. It's 90% write, 10% read. But with AI being used, the workload has moved to recording and compute. So and from storage standpoint, it has moved to sequential and random. So this implication, this has implied how storage devices like hard drive and SSDs are being engineered and optimized to cater for these changing workloads. That was why 5 years ago, Seagate actually launched Skyhawk AI. It's a drive that is designed to support the sequential and random requirements of AI workload. So yeah, so that's some of the changes, and Seagate really see really optimizing our storage solutions to meet the changing needs of this space.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you, Joyce. And to elaborate a bit more on this, how will storage deployment change to support AI-enabled applications?
Yeah, so this is, AI has really led to the explosion of IoT devices. So in the past, when we look at AI from CCTV, a lot of times it's really just recording information. But now with AI-enabled analytics, there's such an explosion of IoT devices. So cameras, sensors, drones, and robotics are really endpoint devices that's connected and integrated with video surveillance deployment. So we do see the need to adopt a three-tier architecture approach when it comes to storage. Knowing how to manage your data and storage will have significant benefits. It really drives towards lowering your overall total cost of ownership, TCO, in a world where more needs for data and video retention. So we have endpoints where data are being ingested. So then we get to the edge tier, where today it has evolved to be able to do more than merely recording a video from cameras. So more AI, big data, and technologies being deployed means that it can help cater for more workloads. And then finally, we have the core or the cloud, where all your data can be centralized, stored, and utilized for insights as and when needed. So we are seeing customers storing more data with technologies like AI and big data being used, and hence the need for solutions like centralized storage, object-based storage, and cloud solutions come into play. So Seagate is very uniquely positioned as the only player in the market that we provide a low TCO storage solutions from edge to cloud. So that allows our customers to scale as they need and have the performance and will support increased workloads over time, and the promise of no single point of failure. So our Skyhawk and Skyhawk AI hard drive, for example, support the endpoint storage. Our AXXONSOFT storage systems provide the edge storage requirements and allows also to have SSDs, flash arrays to support the compute part in the edge portion. And of course, the live cloud, that's where the live cloud solutions for centralized and longer retention, more cost-effective storage. Yeah, thanks, Kate.
Thank you, Joyce. And here's another question to Mike. And what tasks can be or are already solved with the help of video analytics today?
Well, there are plenty of tasks solved with video analytics today. AI is widely used for in biometric recognition or license plate recognition, and any tasks that can require the recognition of specific objects in the scene are often solved with the help of artificial intelligence. The examples are flame and smoke recognition for early fire detection, recognition of cars in a busy street, and so on. In physical security application, we are seeing AI being more and more widely used in day-to-day security tasks. This helps to reduce reliance on manpower, which is quite expensive nowadays in most developed countries. For example, in a retail mall setting, AI can help with the detection of unauthorized parking and waiting at taxi stands. These measures help to reduce security running costs in the long run, but by automating parts of the job scope of private security agencies tasked with protecting the premises. Video analytics also has proven to be a helpful instrument in a transport vertical, aiding in the development of smart cities. Traffic analysis can be used to dynamically adjust traffic light control systems and to monitor traffic jams. It can also be helpful in detecting dangerous situations in real time, such as vehicles stopped at the unauthorized space on the highway, or someone driving in the wrong direction, or vehicles that have been in an accident. In the case of accident, this system are helpful in collecting evidence in case of litigation.
Thank you, Mike. Here's another question to you, David. How to unify the video analytics across different platforms, from devices to edge and then to cloud?
Thanks, Kate. So with wide range of products from Intel CPU, Atom, Core, and also Xeon series, and then extending that to iGPUs, integrate GPU, and also discrete GPU. OpenVINO Toolkit accelerates scalable deep learning inference Intel platforms for video analytics, from the low power Atom for devices, Core or low power Xeon for edge, all the way to full-blown high-end Xeon for the cloud and data center. Depending on the different level of computing resource requirements, OpenVINO unified API with dynamically loaded plugins for each hardware type can deliver superior performance for each hardware type without requiring multiple code pathways, whether by utilizing CPU's built-in VNNI or iGPU's DP4A instruction. Kate, hopefully this is helpful.
It absolutely is. Thank you so much, David. And here's another question to you, Joyce. What considerations are needed to best utilize video surveillance solutions that will help to deliver ROI?
So I think the advice is really to first look at the end-to-end workflow and then tier your storage accordingly. So consider the type of storage to use. Are you going block versus object-based storage? Where you're going to use and when you're going to use your data? It will then help you to design a infrastructure to deliver the lowest total cost of ownership and deliver the desired results for your deployment. So Seagate is actually one of the companies that see benefits from using adoption of AI. So for example, Seagate worked on a project called Project Athena, where we utilize data collected from our smart factory to improve production line efficiencies. And of course, the product quality as well. The outcome of that was a 20% reduction in new clean room capital investments and a 10% reduction in hours spent on processes. So it was a long period where we looked at image data collected in the factory production line to ensure that we detect failure points earlier, to reduce any bad yields in our manufacturing process. And with that training of the AI data, we're able to form the AI algorithm to help us to implement this AI solution. So definitely video analytics, AI is really the way to go. For Seagate, we always look at how do you make your business data work better for you. So really understanding what you want to achieve from the data that you are recording. And a lot of times when people look at video solutions projects, they invest in really very good cameras, very great VMS platforms like AXXONSOFT. And it's really critical to ensure that the data is stored in a reliable infrastructure as well. Because you have great cameras, you have great platforms, you need to make sure that the data that is being generated is securely stored so that it's available for use when it's needed. Talking about no point of failure, no drop frames. This really means that partners, customers need to invest in a solution that is future-proofed. So today they can start with maybe a few hundred cameras. And as mentioned, data IoT devices are increasing. Customers, partners will be increasing their data requirements over time as they add more cameras or they add more locations. They must be able to expand and grow as the storage needs increase. So how do you expand your storage requirements in a scalable manner is key when designing your solution infrastructure.
Thank you so much, Joyce. And here's a question to you, Mike. What are the differences between general purpose and custom trait analytics? What are the advantages or maybe drawbacks, and when it's best to use either of those two?
Neural network works, of course, best when it's trained from the images obtained at the site where it is planned to be applied. Such a custom approach is reasonable when you need the highest level of accuracy for critical tasks, say for final product inspection, or you want to solve a very specific task like detection of some unusual type of objects or under very difficult lighting conditions. But often customers do not want to wait for weeks or months until you make the best fit solution for them. They want ready-made detectors for common tasks, and they are ready to go with a little less accuracy. As AI analytics evolves, more and more ready-made solutions are developed for such common tasks, and they work well under most standard conditions, while custom analytics remain relevant for out-of-standard tasks and conditions. At AXXONSOFT, we provide both types of analytics. We have a department that trained neural network from scratch or adjusting an existing neural network, including difficult lighting conditions, specific scenes, or specific viewing angles. So when done correctly, the trained neural network works exceptionally well, giving up to 95 to 96% of precision and recall. When I say 96% precision, that means that there will be only 4% of false alarms, and recall means that 96% of object presented in this scene will be detected. Kate.
Thank you, Mike. That's very informative. And David, here's another question to you. You were planning to share a real-life project example using Intel technology with video analytics.
Yes. So, so as an example, DFI is an Intel customer based in Taiwan. This company provides an automated number plate recognition system, or well, AMPR, which is an industrial computer based on Intel video AI box reference implementation. So equipped with Intel core processors, Tiger Lake, which is our 12th gen processor. The OpenVINO toolkit helped DFI's AMPR system efficiently and accurately recognize number plates in monitor row sections. The solution has greatly reduced the deployment cost of Chunghwa Telecom's AMPR system while maintaining acceptable performance indicators and effectively improving flexibility. Thanks, Kate.
Thank you so much, David. And here's another question to you, Mike. If you could talk a little bit more about the integration of video analytics into VMS. Maybe there are some third-party and in-house models involved, or there's a possibility of combination of different platforms.
Sure, thanks. So some VMS vendors develop their own video analytics in the market now, and some do not. At the same time, there are companies in the market which specialize in the development of video analytics. They offer video analytics solution that can be integrated with VMSs in different forms, as a software module or as a separate hardware appliance or even server. Besides, embedded video camera analytics is a very substantial market segment. From the end user point of view, there are several important points to consider. First of all, analytics must handle, of course, the user's tasks, providing their required accuracy level. The second point is the cost of the solution. And finally, a very significant question is how much effort is needed to integrate video analytics with VMS to get a complete solution. So at AXXONSOFT, we consider seamless video analytics integration as major competitive advantage. Hence, we provide VMS platform that supports all type of analytics and allow you to combine them in one system. We develop our own video analytics in-house, including classical algorithmic analytics and custom and general AI analytics. We integrate third-party software modules from the companies that lead the market in specific areas, such as license plate recognition. So finally, we support smart cameras through their proprietary protocols and on-with profile M that provides a standard way of communicating metadata and events between analytics capable devices and services. And it is worth to say that we were listed among the first VMS developers to support this new standard, Profile M. This combined approach enables the user to choose the most effective and the most cost-effective solution. In addition, we integrate all the analytics seamlessly, which means the user will not feel a difference when using different types of analytics in terms of usability. All of them will look like they're just built-in tools in our VMS.
Okay, thank you, Mike. And maybe we could conclude our great session today with sharing one of the use cases that we have at AXXONSOFT that we would like to share.
Yeah, sure. We, of course, wanted to share some real transportation project that was developed as a part of a safety solution, AXXONSOFT, using the hardware from Intel and SEAGATE. So the marketing story was, first of all, I need to say that security and safety have always been and a very important part of the transportation sector. Therefore, customer has reached out our company with a request to cover main transportation hubs in this city with intelligent VMS with a streamlined user interface and customizable video analytics powered by AI. So the customer's approach is to create standalone CCTV system focusing on complex crossroads, traffic monitoring, stable, achieve, system health monitoring, and remote access. As well, ability to scale the system with ease. Therefore, flexible AI-based solution was something that was required. System, of course, must be easy to install, use and manage, must be easily scaled to match changing requirements without placing physical guard and huge central CCTV hub with dozens of operators. So considering the enormous traffic flows and high risk of accidents, need to track certain objects like cars, cyclists, and pedestrians, to accurately collect traffic statistics, management decided to install our PSIM solution at the monitoring center. So Axon PSIM is designed for creating sophisticated security systems of any scale and can be customized for site requirements, enabling client to mix and match only the features needed for a particular project. Feature flexibility was one of the most compelling arguments for the Axon PSIM. Both high quality video surveillance and reliable oversight of maintained transportation hubs and 24/7 video surveillance were required as well. So in total for the project, 500 cameras were installed for surveillance and recording across the city, supported by 35 servers run by Intel Gold, and 20 remote clients, and one central monitoring hub, like control room, was created for system management and administration. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. That's a very useful example. So this concludes our discussion part for today. So if our great attendees have any questions, that's the time to reach out in Q&A box or in chat if that's more convenient. So it looks like we don't have any questions yet. So maybe we could say some few concluding words, and maybe in the meantime, should we have any questions, we can try and follow up. So I don't know, maybe Joyce, you could start first.
Sure. So I think today's session is really deep diving into AI, and it's really just going to continue to increase. In Seagate, when we look at data, we really term this as a data economy. In the past, a lot of things have really changed. With the more data that is being generated in your organization, the important thing is to know how to leverage and put that data to work for you. So as companies generate data, I think the challenging part is how do you utilize it in a way that gives you business insights? So the survey that we have done with IDC, we understand that even though there's 175 zettabyte of data that's being generated, but only 10% of that data is being stored, because storing of data can be very costly. And so a lot of that is being deleted, being overwritten. And as data is being disposed of this way, you lose the ability to do better algorithm training, because data sets are fine-tuned with more data, and the data must be used to help you fine-tune that training of data sets. So it's really looking at how reason Seagate comes in, and we really want to make storing of data more cost-effective for full portfolio. Depending on where your data points are to be used, you then select the types of storage that is most optimal for that use case and workload. And for us, we really want to provide a total solution. So when you think of Seagate, don't just think of Seagate as a hard drive. We have really pivoted. Seagate is now in a very unique, really forward-looking direction where we don't just have hard drive and SSDs. We have storage systems, storage arrays, flash arrays, and even Live Cloud, which was launched in Singapore earlier this year in February and in US. The expansion of Live Cloud is to really make storing of data more predictable and consistent for customers, where you don't get bill shock, right? So it's no egress fees, no API calls. So in this space where video data, for example, is going to be growing, having it available, no shock when you want to download the data to be used, I think that's very strong value propositions that we are bringing to customers in this space. So yeah, it'd be great to see, what your requirements are. If there are questions on how to store your data, what's available from Seagate, happy to be part of that discussion.
Thank you so much, Joyce, and thank you for joining our event today. So David, here's to you.
Sure. I just want to leave a few, I want to say summary, but just something for people to think about. When we look at the IoT industrial use cases, industrial is in commercial, retail, smart cities, transportation. I think these are real world deployments where we need something. I would say we need a very well consolidated workflow consolidation technology and solution to build things together. So it's not so a lot of times people come to me, so hey, so what are you doing with AI? We have AI, we have video, we have we find ways to actually bring the data together. It's sort of like the concept like data fusion, where we bring all the data together and you find a way to compute, right? Using CPUs, GPUs to do all that work, and then we build the solutions that consolidate the workloads to create actionable intelligence and even execution on the machines, right? To actually execute the tasks and the workloads. So that's really what Intel is really headed towards. We don't really hype as much, but we just we continue to just kind of do the work and deliver for industrial customers, retail customers, banking customers, and city government customers. So that's what we do. And we're certainly we welcome the opportunity to partner with the audience here. And thanks again to AXXONSOFT for inviting us here. And AXXONSOFT is a great partner, and we certainly look forward to great partnership and collaboration ahead in 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David, and thank you for being at our events. This is always great to have our great partners with us. So Mike, maybe you'll also say a few words.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Kate. Just wanted to say a few words that, AXXONSOFT we always welcome our partners, our customers. We're here to help the customers to choose the solutions that will fit the project with that will be effective and cost effective. And in terms of hardware calculation, just wanted to say a few words about that. We have the dedicated team, technical pre-sale team, that helps to prepare all necessary calculations on network load, CPU, GPU, that what storage is needed for the archive, depending on the requirements of the project. Moreover, our online project calculator is available for everyone to handle that kind of tasks. I think we could share the link here in the chat, Kate. But for big projects with a lot of cameras, with a lot of analytics, we of course recommend to contact us, so our team can help with with the hardware requirements. Yeah, here is a link. Thank you, Kate.
All right, so thank you so much, team, for today. It was a great event. We're always happy to see our partners joining in, and let's hope we can run much more events in the future. That will be super useful and super interesting like today. And thank you so much to our attendees for being with us until the end. I have shared all the contact information of our great speakers in the chat. So should you have any more questions, or if you will have any requests or information that would be needed, feel free to reach out. I have also left my email in case if I will be marketing questions. So thank you so much again for joining us today, and you have yourselves a great day on. Thank you so much, team, and see you next time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.